Hello there, and welcome back. Tonight we will gently explore what's really inside Celsius, taking a calm journey through the science of this unique energy drink and its nutrition facts, all in a way that eases you into a peaceful rest. Envision that you've just settled into a comfortable space, perhaps a dimly lit room with the glow of soft gradient lighting, casting warm hues across gently curving surfaces, and in the center, resting on a clean modern workbench, is a single can of Celsius. Maybe your eyes are gliding over the subtle metallic shine of the container, the gentle reflections shimmering, as if inviting us to take a closer look at what lies beneath the label. Tonight's story focuses on understanding the science behind this popular beverage, how it's formulated, and why so many people find it appealing as part of their daily routine. We'll linger over the details of the Celsius nutrition profile, highlight the essence of its carefully selected ingredients, and illuminate the calm, methodical reasoning behind each component. Let's begin, in an unhurried manner, with a look at the overall nutritional stats. Celsius is known for having 0 sugar and around 10 calories per can, making it stand out among the world of traditional energy drinks that can sometimes pack in a hefty dose of added sugars or total calories. This particular design, a low-calorie formula, is part of what draws a variety of people to Celsius, those who might be monitoring their calorie intake or simply prefer to avoid large amounts of added sugar. However, while we note the overall calorie count, we should also consider how the beverage still manages to remain pleasantly sweet and flavorful without traditional sugar. It typically achieves this through a certain blend of sugar alternatives, like sucralose, or various natural sweeteners in select formulas, which enable the beverage to deliver a crisp, refreshing taste without spiking the sugar content. Because of this sugar-free nature, many individuals can enjoy Celsius without the concern of incorporating extra sweetness into their diet, though it's always important to remember that sugar alternatives may have varying effects from person to person. We're not here to pronounce any universal verdict on them, but rather to calmly observe that the combination of these sweeteners, in moderation, can help achieve the product's low sugar goals for those who might find that appealing. Now, if we shift our gaze from the macronutrient realm, with its talk of calories and sugar, over to the vitamins and minerals side of the can, we see an array of nutrients that Celsius includes with a purposeful focus. One of the beverage's hallmark features is its B vitamin content, most notably B2, B3, B6 and B12, each known to play a role in normal energy production and metabolism. For instance, vitamin B2, also called riboflavin, helps in the body's energy production, working as a cofactor in various metabolic pathways. Vitamin B3, more commonly known as niacin, also supports enzymes involved in energy release from carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. Meanwhile, vitamin B6 is famous for its multifaceted role in protein metabolism, as well as neurotransmitter synthesis, and vitamin B12 often garners attention for its role in supporting red blood cell formation and normal nervous system function. The presence of these B vitamins in Celsius can be seen as a complementary factor, ensuring that if someone gains a minor caffeine boost from the beverage, the body also has a small supply of these vitamins that help keep normal metabolic processes running smoothly. Of course, one should keep in mind that many of us already obtain these vitamins from our diets, but some may appreciate the additional presence of these micronutrients in their beverage of choice. Alongside those B vitamins, we also note the presence of chromium in the Celsius formula. Chromium, though often overlooked, plays a role in normal glucose metabolism, essentially helping the body's insulin function. This trace mineral, is sometimes included in various supplements or drinks for its purported ability to support normal blood sugar levels, though again, we make no sweeping promises here, merely observing that chromium can be a noteworthy component in the formula for those curious about how each ingredient contributes to the bigger nutritional picture. It's this sense of synergy that appeals to many. The idea of a beverage that combines a small but notable selection of vitamins and minerals to potentially help support day-to-day energy and metabolism. Now moving to another key pillar of Celsius's identity, we come upon the MetaPlus blend, a hallmark formula the brand highlights with pride. This blend is said to contain green tea extract, guarana seed extract, and ginger root, among other components, forming the beverage's signature combination. We can explore these ingredients one by one. Let's start with green tea extract. Green tea has been the subject of much scientific curiosity over the years. It contains catechins, including epigallocatechin gallate, often shortened to EGCG, which has drawn attention for its potential health-related properties, from normal antioxidant support to mild metabolic benefits. While the data on green tea is wide-ranging, we can calmly note that it has a centuries-old tradition of use in various cultures, and in moderate amounts, can bring an earthy undertone to products such as Celsius. Next we look at guarana seed extract, another recognizable name in the world of energy-boosting herbal components. Guarana seeds naturally contain caffeine, often in higher concentrations compared to coffee beans, giving them a potential stimulating effect. This is part of how Celsius markets itself, a beverage that draws upon natural botanical caffeine sources. The notion is that the synergy between green tea extract and guarana's caffeine content may assist with providing a sense of energy for those who like to consume it before a workout or just to shake off midday sluggishness. But in the gentle spirit of our exploration tonight, we refrain from making any grandiose claims. We simply note that these natural ingredients are part of Celsius's allure, especially for people seeking an alternative to standard coffee-based beverages or more sugary energy drinks. Alongside green tea extract and guarana, ginger root is also included, bringing an intriguing dimension to the blend. Ginger has a long historical use as both a spice and a botanical ingredient in various traditional practices. It's known for its distinctive, sometimes sharp flavor, but in the context of an energy drink, it helps round out the flavor profile and potentially complements the blend's overall effect. Some say ginger might have soothing or warming qualities, but again we merely note it as part of the beverage's identity, with no sweeping medical promises. Celsius aims to combine these elements within a carefully measured formula, hoping to deliver an experience that sets it apart from other energy drinks on the market. You might be wondering, how do these components interact on a biochemical level, beyond simply being recognized for their trademark flavors and mild stimulating characteristics? On one hand, the caffeine from sources like guarana can bind to adenosine receptors in the body, temporarily warding off that sense of drowsiness that accumulates throughout the day. Meanwhile, green tea extract's catechins might subtly support aspects of the body's normal metabolism. Incorporating ginger could, for some, offer a mild digestive comfort or a unique aromatic note. All these elements taken together form the carefully balanced synergy the brand calls MetaPlus. And so, from a purely scientific viewpoint, it's intriguing to see how different botanical extracts can be combined in a single formula, each possibly contributing to an overall profile that's distinct from your typical canned drink. In addition to these core ingredients, Celsius also includes a few supporting factors like taurine or L-carnitine in certain lines, though formulas vary by product line. If you ever look closely at the can, you might spot these amino acid-related components. They're often included in fitness or performance-related beverages for their potential supportive roles in muscle metabolism and energy usage, though evidence and opinions vary. In general, these compounds are included in moderate amounts, aligning with many other functional drinks on the market. Because Celsius's entire theme is rooted in a sense of production energy synergy, it makes sense that the brand chooses a range of components that people associate with vitality and exercise. Of course, no single drink can transform one's overall health or fitness routine by itself, but it can be an interesting addition for those seeking an alternative pick-me-up. Now, another fascinating element, albeit one that's more intangible, is the brand's aesthetic. You might notice the can design often showcases bright, vibrant colors or crisp lines, reminding you of a modern laboratory environment. There's a sleekness to it that can evoke images of New Age nutrition, of a clean, science-forward approach, set against the glimmer of subtle metallic surfaces. This can be part of the appeal for a modern consumer base that's attracted not only by function, but also by images of innovation and modern wellness culture. As you imagine that can resting on a softly illuminated workbench, perhaps you can appreciate how the brand has curated a visual presentation to match the calm yet forward-thinking nature of their formula. The calm aura we've cultivated tonight is meant in part to mirror that sense of simplicity and precision. But even with all these carefully chosen ingredients, it's always wise to remember a measure of balance. Caffeine, after all, can affect people differently, and while Celsius aims to deliver a moderate dose extracted from botanicals like green tea and guarana, it still carries the potential stimulation typical to caffeinated beverages. For some individuals, especially those who are sensitive to caffeine, it's worth monitoring the intake or choosing a timing that fits seamlessly with your daily routine. If you're the type to enjoy a spark of mental clarity early in the day, it might work well as a morning beverage, but if you find that caffeine disrupts your evening calm, you might want to schedule your consumption accordingly. Part of tonight's exploration is the gentle reminder that these small choices can shape our day-to-day rhythms without overshadowing the unique interest we might have in these products. Now let's touch upon the flavor experience that Celsius provides. Given the combination of green tea extract, guarana and ginger, you might anticipate a subtle herbal undertone. Yet the brand also offers a range of fruit-inspired flavors, like orange, grape, watermelon, or other refreshingly bright profiles, intended to pair nicely with that foundational blend. The presence of sweeteners ensures that the taste is crisp but not overwhelming, often described as clean or smooth. Some enjoy it chilled, which can highlight the fruity notes. Perhaps you can imagine opening a can, pouring it into a glass, and watching the gentle fizz dance across the liquid's surface, adding a mild effervescence that's quite inviting. The interplay of fizz, sweetness and gentle warming notes from the ginger can make for a distinctive taste that some find sets Celsius apart from other energy drinks, many of which rely heavily on bold, sugary flavors. Now, because of the presence of caffeine, B vitamins and botanical extracts, Celsius is often marketed as a fitness drink or a pre-workout option. And while individuals in the fitness community may incorporate it as a pick-me-up before they hit the gym, it's important not to conflate marketing angles with outright health claims. The brand frequently highlights the notion that Celsius, in conjunction with exercise, might support aspects of metabolism, This is often tied to the caffeine content combined with green tea extract. As we rest in our calm vantage point, we remind ourselves that individual experiences vary, and that the best results with any beverage come from a balanced approach to physical activity and nutrition. For those hearing that Celsius might boost their overall metabolic rate, the existing data on green tea and caffeine suggests mild effects, but how each person responds can differ significantly. Some might notice a bit more energy or motivation to move, while others might find minimal difference. These variations are natural in the realm of functional beverages. Still, the presence of the B vitamins, chromium, and the MetaPlus blend underscores a kind of holistic synergy that many find appealing. As we continue our slow, relaxed reflection, we can step back and recall that amid all this talk of formulas, ingredients, and nutritional synergy, Celsius remains a beverage that many people purchase for taste and convenience. After all, nutritional science is only part of the story. There's a personal aspect, how it fits into someone's routine, how it tastes on a hot day, whether it delivers a steadier energy lift compared to a typical coffee. The brand invests in presenting a clean, modern identity, an image that calls to mind the comfort of a cool, sleek can in one's hand, with no sugar, a low-calorie count, and a collection of potentially beneficial components swirling inside, waiting to be discovered. As you drift with me through these considerations, you might find a sense of restful curiosity rising within you, an appreciation for the detailed crafting that goes into functional beverages like Celsius, balanced by the calm recognition that no single product is a panacea. Now let's look at the role of ginger a bit more closely, as it's sometimes overshadowed by the more famous green tea and guarana. Ginger, used in many global cuisines, brings a distinct zing. It's the same root you might find in a warming tea or used to add complexity to dishes. In the context of Celsius, the ginger component may play some minor part in supporting digestion, but again, these are time-honored associations rather than confirmed health claims. The brand includes ginger in that MetaPlus blend, partly for its synergy with the other botanicals, and partly for its flavor. In small amounts, ginger can impart a subtle spiciness that many find cleansing on the palate. The synergy with green tea's catechins and guarana's caffeine is still being explored in various studies, with some researchers curious about the combined effect of multiple plant bioactives. For those of us who simply enjoy a good story about how natural elements might meld together, it's a pleasant note in the beverage's overall profile. Then there's green tea extract, often standardized for EGCG, which is an area of continuous interest in nutritional science. EGCG has been studied for its antioxidant properties, its possible slight effects on fat oxidation, and more. While none of these findings translate into an automatic benefit for each individual, it's still intriguing to consider that you may be sipping on a beverage containing compounds that have garnered international scientific curiosity. The brand stance is typically that the combination of green tea, guarana, ginger, and supportive vitamins and minerals, plus moderate exercise, can help you feel more energetic and might give a subtle metabolic boost. Whether someone proves this anecdotally for themselves or not, the narrative around these components has helped Celsius carve out a niche in the competitive world of energy-focused drinks. Pausing momentarily to reflect, it's important to remember that not all ingredients interact with our bodies in an identical way. Genetics, diet, lifestyle, and overall health can shape how we respond to caffeinated beverages, how we process vitamins, and how beneficial we might find herbal extracts. Some will experience a subtle, steady lift, others might feel little at all. Moreover, if you regularly consume caffeinated products, the effect may be tempered by your body's existing tolerance. That's why the notion of trying something new, like Celsius, often involves a bit of self-awareness to see if it complements your routine. Part of the calm approach tonight is simply acknowledging that our personal explorations of nutrition can be both peaceful and inquisitive. One part of the Celsius formula that catches attention is its zero sugar claim, which can be an advantage for those avoiding sweeteners that significantly raise blood glucose. Of course, with sucralose or other sugar substitutes, there can be differing opinions on flavor and potential impacts on glucose responses. Nonetheless, for individuals who steadily track sugar intake, this zero sugar approach might be compelling, enabling them to savor something sweet tasting without the direct sugar load. At about 10 calories per can, it also lends itself to a fairly minimal footprint in one's daily caloric budget, which might appeal to dieters aiming for more careful calorie balance. The brand's marketing often emphasizes that, because of this low-calorie content, pairing Celsius with exercise might help people stay more aligned with their activity-centered goals. But in the tranquil perspective we're embracing tonight, we simply take note of it as a product feature rather than a miracle bullet, recognizing that the best results likely arise from a combination of balanced diet, regular exercise, proper hydration, and restful sleep. If we slow down for a moment, we can reflect on the broader phenomenon of energy drinks in general, which typically combine caffeine, vitamins, and sweeteners of some sort. Celsius's edge is in carefully framing the role of these ingredients as part of a synergy, tying them to a dynamic modern aesthetic that resonates with a broad audience. You might see it in gyms, sporting events, or just in someone's bag as a midday refreshment. The brand carefully cultivates an image that suggests more than just an energy boost, aiming for an identity that whispers subtlety, modern nutrition, and a sense of progress. The word MetaPlus itself conjures an idea of going beyond the ordinary, crossing into a realm of functional synergy. As you listen to this calm narration, perhaps you can take a moment to imagine all the small processes that happen when you drink something like Celsius, your taste buds picking up the tang of the fruit flavor, your stomach receiving the fluid along with its ginger hint, your cells gently interacting with the bitty vitamins, your body noticing the caffeine, and gently adjusting neurotransmitter activity, your mind becoming just a bit more awake or clear if it was previously weighed down by fatigue. Or perhaps you might not notice a strong effect, but you enjoy the crisp taste or the satisfaction of a cold drink. Either way, these experiences can be reason enough for people to gravitate to certain beverages, part of the varied tapestry of modern food and drink culture. If you have ever wondered about the difference between Celsius and a typical soda, or a coffee-based drink, the simplest answer is that Celsius goes beyond caffeine alone. It layers these botanical ingredients, the vitamins, the chromium, the zero sugar, and the low-calorie approach. That's part of the draw for those who might be bored with standard colas or strongly sweetened energy drinks. There's a sense that Celsius might fit more harmoniously into a mindful day, a view that's accentuated by the brand's emphasis on wellness, at least as a marketing angle. From a purely scientific vantage, it's another product on the shelf that capitalizes on caffeine's well-known properties, while surrounding it with a curated cast of supporting nutrients and extracts. Yet the reason we've gathered tonight is not to champion or dispute it, but to unravel how it's formulated, what's inside,
and how it might be used in moderation as part of a balanced routine. It's that sense of peaceful comprehension that can help us drift into rest while learning something new. Consider the interplay of biggie vitamins for a moment, each one carrying out roles within the body's energy-producing pathways. Niacin can help convert food into usable energy, while B12 is important in forming red blood cells, and if those cells are functioning well, they carry oxygen more efficiently throughout the body. B6 is involved in amino acid metabolism, aiding in the creation of proteins your body might need for tissue repair or enzyme function. The idea behind loading some of these vitamins into an energy drink is that if you're consuming something for a perk-up effect, you can also provide a bit of nutritional support that might help your normal metabolic processes. Of course, how meaningful that is depends heavily on one's baseline diet. If you already consume an abundance of biggie vitamins in your regular meals, you might not notice an immediate effect. Still, it speaks to the brand's desire to differentiate itself, offering a product that claims to support an active lifestyle. The presence of chromium can similarly be explained by its potential role in aiding insulin's action, although large-scale evidence for robust effects from chromium supplementation alone is a long-standing debate. In any event, chromium is included in moderate amounts in the Celsius formula, intending to align with the brand's theme of a comprehensive synergy. As for the lightly carbonated quality of the drink, many people find that it aids in the sense of refreshment. The fine bubbles, felt softly on the palate, can create a bright and bubbly experience. Combine that with the mindful selection of fruit flavors, from tangy orange to sweet watermelon, and you start to see the synergy between taste and function. This synergy becomes part of the experience, bridging the gap between a purely utilitarian approach to energy, like a black coffee, and a more relaxing, even indulgent moment. If you're the type of person who appreciates flavor variety, Celsius's wide array of flavor offerings might be appealing. But here, in our calm reverie, we can simply let the notion of those flavors drift by as a gentle mental exercise. Imagine a mild effervescence touching your lips, followed by a note of fresh citrus, or perhaps a smoother berry taste, all layered atop the subtle whisper of ginger and green tea undertones. Swallowing might bring a mild sense of invigoration from the guarana's caffeine as the beverage makes its way into your system, gently awakening your senses without the jolt that sometimes comes from heavily sweetened competitors. Our relaxed vantage point tonight also reminds us that, over time, many beverages that gain popularity do so by hitting that sweet spot where taste, marketing and potential functional benefits intersect. Celsius could be viewed as a prime illustration of that phenomenon. People who lead active lifestyles might enjoy sipping it on the way to the gym. Others might find it a refreshing companion to a work session, and still others might just enjoy it for the flavor and the knowledge that it contains a handful of nutrients. The brand certainly capitalizes on broad appeal, from athletes and office workers to students seeking a gentle nudge of alertness. If we were to examine how Celsius differs from some other popular energy drink competitors, we might notice that while many brands use large amounts of sugar or high fructose corn syrup, Celsius intentionally omits them in favor of sugar-free formulations. This is the most visibly unique point that sets it apart. Furthermore, where some competitor energy drinks might feature robust or extreme visuals, Celsius's branding is comparatively minimalistic, leaning into the notion of carefully curated science rather than a high adrenaline extreme sports vibe. For those who seek a calmer, more refined aesthetic, this approach approach can be especially appealing, yet from a purely objective stance, the fundamental ingredient caffeine remains the key driver. The additional elements are what shape the product's identity and might add subtle benefits or differences in how a person experiences their energy boost. Because we're exploring Celsius's nutrition facts, we shouldn't ignore the sodium content, which, while typically modest, can still matter for people watching their overall salt intake. For many, the amounts in Celsius are manageable, but for those on very low sodium diets, it's always worthwhile to double check. The same is true of any beverage that includes electrolytes or flavor-enhancing salts in small amounts. It might help flavor or hydration, but everyone's daily requirements differ. The brand usually keeps sodium quite modest, reinforcing that sense of a lighter product overall. In some specialized versions of Celsius, you might see the inclusion of different nutrient additions or slight variations in formula. For example, certain lines might emphasize a focus on essential amino acids or added vitamins. Others might shift the approach in terms of sweetness or flavor combinations, but the backbone, particularly the synergy of green tea extract, guarana, ginger, B vitamins, and chromium, remains. That backbone is what we rest on tonight, observing how these elements collectively create the product many people identify with. In discussing the potential benefits, it's always worthwhile to mention a sense of moderation. We live in a culture that sometimes jumps at anything promising extra energy or a metabolic boost, and it's easy to overdo. Perhaps you already know how your body reacts to caffeine, how it can perk you up, but might also contribute to restlessness or jitteriness if consumed in excess. So the calm approach is to enjoy a can occasionally, maybe before a walk or exercise session, or when you need a mild lift. Tonight's narration stands as a reminder that a thoughtful approach can enhance enjoyment, while mitigating any potential downsides. Indeed, the slower, more deliberate pace of our discussion shows how one can approach a product's science with a sense of curiosity rather than hype. That's why we speak softly about the role of each ingredient, acknowledging that while the brand positions them as supportive elements, real-world results can vary based on your unique physiology. It's okay. There's a comforting truth in simply knowing what's in a can, sipping it thoughtfully, and seeing if it aligns with your daily habits. Some might include it as a subtle part of a plan that includes balanced meals, regular movement, and plenty of water. Others might opt to treat it as an occasional treat. It's entirely up to each person's preference and goals. Now picture the can once more under that calm gradient lighting, the metallic surface gleaming faintly, the decorative swirl or fruit motif on the label, and think of how the brand carefully orchestrates the product's image to harmonize with its formula's design. This comprehensive approach from packaging to ingredient synergy is what sets Celsius apart in a crowded landscape. And as you sit there listening, letting each detail arrive at a gentle pace, you might find a growing sense of satisfaction that comes simply from understanding something more deeply. All these little elements, ginger root, guarana seed extract, green tea's catechins, B vitamins, chromium, zero sugar formulations, form the tapestry of a product that many find intriguing and even refreshing. As we draw toward the end of our exploration, let's reflect on the subtle interplay of science, taste and personal choice that shapes our interactions with functional beverages. The science is there, hinting at mild metabolic nudges, a bit of antioxidant presence, and some trace mineral support. The taste profile stands out with a crisp effervescence, bright fruit notes, and a gentle herbal warmth from ginger. The personal choice element is the most intimate aspect, reminding us that no matter the marketing claims, the final decision rests in your own experience. Do you find the flavor pleasing, the caffeine level suitable, the inclusion of B vitamins and botanical extracts appealing? Only you can determine that. Yet it can be enjoyable to immerse yourself in the story and science behind why a beverage exists in the way it does. Perhaps tonight's gentle narration reassures you that behind many modern products, there's a thoughtful effort to blend knowledge and flavor to meet specific consumer needs in an increasingly refined marketplace. So as you allow your eyelids to grow heavier, consider that the next time you see a can of Celsius, you'll already have a calm, comprehensive understanding of what's really inside it. There's nothing out of the ordinary to promise here, just a synergy of mild caffeine from guarana and green tea ginger's contribution, supportive B vitamins, chromium to help regulate normal insulin function, and a simple sugar-free low-calorie design. Whether you pick one up or pass it by, your calm knowledge stands. You can recall this quiet journey through the can's contents, acknowledging how restful it can feel to learn without judgment, simply absorbing the quiet science behind a popular energy drink. And with that, we bring our insightful exploration of the Celsius nutrition facts to a gentle close, letting each detail settle like a soft whisper in the back of our minds. Thank you for joining me for this peaceful dive into the synergy of vitamins, minerals and botanicals. May your rest tonight